Jeff, we're back here, the start of season 11, and it's going to be a huge season for Formula E, isn't it? We've got the new Gen 3 Evo car, we've always got new races in this championship, and things progress as they always do, and it's a really exciting place to start here in São Paulo.
I think listening to people earlier this week, John, they're billing it as the most exciting season ever. So Gen 3 Evo, so new chassis, new tyres, and all-wheel drive for the first time, and we saw that in testing in Madrid, and just how exciting that's going to be. We got 3 rookie drivers in the championship, Zane Maloney, Taylor Barnard and David Beckman coming into the championship. Obviously all the old favourites. Miami, doubleheaders in Tokyo, doubleheader in Monaco, Indonesia, Jakarta's back. What's not to love?
You've been, well, absolutely, what's not to love, yes. You've been involved in this championship for a little while now, and you're starting to make your mark.
What does that mean?
I mean, we see you around, we chat to you. You're the figure. We have you're kind of a character. You're a former wrestler, and you are the face of this championship at the moment, along with all our drivers.
Yeah.
What is it that fans this year are going to get out of the championship? I think the big thing is that it's back on free-to-air TV, and of course we're going to have some races on talkSPORT as well.
Yeah, so we've got broadcasts now all over the world, John, and in the UK we've moved on to ITV, so all races available on free-to-air, which I think for our UK viewers, UK fans, is a really big thing. And they're going to legitimately watch a racing series where there's 20 cars, 20 drivers that could win the championship this year. So if you listen to the pundits who are all chatting about what might happen this season, they've narrowed it down to 20 different potential winners. So I think for the fans, they're going to see that all-wheel drive on track. They're going to see attack mode, which will be unbelievable this year because it instigates not just the extra power but also all-wheel drive. So yeah, I think it's all to play for.
It feels like when I've chatted to the drivers that attack mode for them seemed like something they just had to get out of the way. It was just almost a hindrance, I would say, and now it seems like it's a real tool, and drivers and the teams, I think, are still going to get used to when in their strategy to use attack mode because of the all-wheel drive now. It's going to be we're going to see a lot of big sort of boosts and overtaking. It's possibly more impactful than DRS.
Yeah, look, I think you're right. So attack mode, certainly in last season, you came off the racing line to get it, and maybe you lost a space or you lost 2 spaces, but then you gained them back with the extra 50 kilowatts of power. So it was a fairly neutral experience, attack mode last year. This year, with the all-wheel drive, I think it's highly strategic, and I think it provides moments for genuine overtaking potential. So I think attack mode is one of the things the teams have started to get their heads around, because as they go into this first race in São Paulo, it'll be the first time they've used attack mode with the all-wheel drive capability. So I just don't know how the first race is going to shake out. I think we've all, a bit like everything, we've all got our predictions and we've all been chatting about the different permutations. I have a very strong feeling none of those will come true in the first race, and we'll be left scratching our heads, and we'll be heading into the next race in Mexico, and it will be all up in the air, John.
There are a lot of unknowns, which I think people appreciate and people like.
Yeah.
When you look ahead to this year, we obviously have the Miami race you've already highlighted as well. We do have a bit of a gap as well in the calendar, and Formula E have been very open about that. Some races come off, some races don't. There's something being planned, I'm told. Can you tell us any more? Is that close to being announced in that gap? Something that we can look forward to seeing or enjoying, or whatever it's going to be?
Yeah, so we haven't announced it yet, but there is a gap between São Paulo and between Jeddah and the Miami race, and there will be something that slots right smack bang in the middle of that. It will be very disruptive. It will be very exciting for fans. It's a real opportunity to showcase our drivers, to showcase the potential in the cars, but also maybe introduce a little element of entertainment, John, into the sports series. So nothing to announce yet, but trust me, you'll be in the top first 100 people to know about it.
I really appreciate the priority service there. Now, we're speaking here, it's obviously Thursday before the race weekend. Things are still being put together.
Yeah.
I've just seen you in a little room there, in a little Zoom call there. Not with, some investors or someone important looking, well, very important looking, but a certain Max Verstappen. Was that Max Verstappen you were chatting to? And why are you chatting to Max Verstappen,
I was on Zoom with Max. You are so nosy, John. I was on Zoom with Max. We were having a great conversation. And
is he coming here to drive? Or?
Nothing I can talk about yet. We were just having a little private conversation, but maybe I'll be in a position to let you know what we were talking about next week.
Okay, could it be in relation to a certain bet that was made earlier this year?
I'll be in a position to tell you next week, John.
You're a tough cookie to crack, Jeff. Thank you for finding some time in a very busy week for you.
You're very welcome.
And we'll look forward to this big announcement next week.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Cheers, John.